Yo, welcome back, Sprinter Gang Mafia, man. Welcome back to Snake Way. We got another video over here, bro. We got the one that we've been waiting for all month long. We got Myron Gaines and Cheyenne on grilling, bro. I watched grilling on like a few of those episodes, man, and I think that Cheyenne was really giving it to these guys. I'm even disappointed in my man's fresh from that last video. I ain't going in front of you. I didn't even watch the whole thing because I just felt like it just wasn't hitting the way it needed to be hit. But today, we're going to be watching Myron Gaines. In fact, I heard that it was so bad that they had to edit it a few times before they can put it on live. Yo, I was so anxious to watch this video, but I was like, nah, I gotta do a live reaction to this shit. So, it just came out 2 hours ago. I'm about to give you my opinion. I'm gonna say it's Myron selling, you know what I mean? It's Cheyenne, you know what I'm saying, giving it to him. Is it vice versa? I don't know, bro, but we're about to start this video off on the right foot and keep an open mind on this shit, bro. Let's into it right away.
The girls in there, 100%.
Hi, I'm Chian Reynolds and I'm back. New season, new dates. And to be honest with you, I'm not impressed with the dating scene.
I think 99% of the world's problems would be
Top
solved
G!
if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead.
I've given some high scores.
I thought we might as well do the date properly.
See, I like this. And I've definitely given some low scores.
So, like, I'd just say being as Caribbean langers with nice jocks.
Oh my God. It's time to find a man that can tick all the boxes.
Do you know what? There wasn't actually any red flags. Wow.
Myron Gaines, I'm here to go on a date, I think, or a debate. I don't know. Someone put a bag over my head and told me to show up here, and they just brought me here.
Do you go on a lot of dates?
Ooh, we're in England, so I can't invoke the fifth. Damn, what do you guys say when you don't want to incriminate yourself here in England?
No comment.
Okay, no comment.
By that, I'm judging you're a one night kind of guy.
2 to 3. I try to keep my retention somewhat high. I need a good rating on what do you guys use here? You guys use TripAdvisor? It's in 1997? What the hell?
Can Cheyenne ask you whatever she likes?
Yeah. I got nothing to hide unless it's like former government stuff. But other than that, I'll say whatever that I can disclose.
Yeah, and finally, are you ready?
I think so. I don't know. The dudes that kidnapped me and brought me here, they said.
Oh no, man! You guys think he really was kidnapped? Nah, we already know he already planned this. He already was preparing for this. But is Myron Gaines nervous? Is he nervous? It looks like we can peer through his shell, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The scouter is reading only 7,000.
Said it would be fun. I don't know. Hey, what's up? How are you?
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Myron.
You're gonna give me.
I didn't think he was going to shake her hand.
Oh, okay, hug. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Chilling.
You smell nice.
Thank you. I try.
He made me hug him. I don't know why I've done that. So, how are you?
Chilling.
Chilling?
Doing well. Yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Good. It's a bit hot in here, though.
Well, okay. He asserted the dominance right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to shake hands. He, you know what I'm saying, went ahead and got that hug. So I'm thinking this is just a matter of how he's playing out the date. This is how he asserts his dominance in the date.
So my hands are
It is warm. I will say that. It's definitely
Yeah.
warm, but it's called grilling, right? So
Oh, I like that.
attractive but typical girl.
So tell me about you, Myron.
I'm a professional misogynist. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I see.
Loved by some, hated by many. Just
Yeah.
on the internet. Yeah.
On the internet. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're both on the internet. I've
We are.
seen.
It's a strange life.
Yeah,
Very
I've seen
strange.
some videos. You're not a fan of me, are you?
You know, I'm not a fan of many things.
I may got
Yeah.
to pick the little kicks on, bro.
Why is that?
We disagree on some things.
I think we might get on though. That's why I'm like interested. Off to a great start. He hates me.
I think it's
Yeah, likely. But can we talk about our man Myron rocking
you just
the
haven't.
Meckian 3000?
Why is that?
We disagree on some things.
I think we might get on though. That's why I'm like interested. Off to a great start. He hates me.
I think it's very important to be able to articulate your views, and if you don't agree with someone, it doesn't mean you have to hate them. But
Exactly.
you know, but I think being too agreeable is not good. Very bad,
Really?
especially as a man, because typically, if a guy is too agreeable, You can't trust them.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because all men want to get laid. And if you don't tell the truth and you're just being agreeable, well, he's trying to get laid and he's trying to lie as well. So,
Well, at least the man actually admits all men are trying to get laid.
oh yeah, 100%. It's absolutely pointless to have a female friend.
No, it's not pointless to have a female friend.
Very pointless. 100%. Why would guys sit there and be friends with girls? It's pointless. Stupid.
So you don't have any female friends?
Absolutely not. It's a waste of time.
How is it a waste of time?
Because women don't offer much utility to you as a guy.
What makes you think that?
Well, I mean, if you get in some kind of fight, she can't do nothing. What's she gonna do? She's like, oh my God. It's like,
Why
and
would
then,
you want a woman
if
that
anything,
fights?
she's a liability. That's what I'm
No,
trying
but
to say.
women would fight. Like, I'd fight a woman for you if you're my man.
I don't want my girl to be involved in any type of physical confrontation.
Really?
That's not her job.
Well, it doesn't mean that she doesn't offer any type of utility when you're talking about defending. I know a lot of girls pull that out and make sure you're taken care of, man. You want a woman to be able to help you. That is a means of a woman showing that she loves you. Women are supposed to equip you with utility. And if she isn't, then I think you're just finding the wrong type of woman. A woman would lay her life before your own. Those are the type of women you want to deal with. And there are out there. A lot of women will do it, especially if her heart's involved in the relationship.
That's my job. So I look at it like, if I'm with a girl and I'm supposed to protect her and provide for her, etc., I want that to be my woman. I'm not going to give that type of energy to like a friend. That's stupid. Why am I going to put my life on the line for a girl that doesn't even suck my dick? Wait, is that too much there?
I think you should just be able to have a friendship with women, though.
Well,
Firstly, it's not always like men versus women. So I kind of feel like having female friends will give you that balance to understand. Like, there's actually nice, normal women out there that aren't just trying to sleep with you, like for your money or everything like that. We bring a lot of value.
I've interviewed almost 1,600 women now at this point, and I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, women are absolutely terrible at understanding what it takes to be attractive to women as a man. So their advice typically is not good at all.
1,600 women. Poor women. Men carry like a lot of like hurt and they push it on women.
Okay. Hurt in what way?
Yeah, I think it's because, like, for example, this incel culture, which, like, respectfully, like your podcast really brings to life. You're just projecting onto women unnecessarily, because there's a lot of good women. Like, I myself would say I'm a good woman.
Yeah.
I don't do anything wrong. I'm very loyal. I'm a kind woman. And a lot of men will make the assumptions because of podcasts like yours and people and men like you to then push that onto me. I'm this.
Yeah, I wanted to point this out, man. Like, if you guys are, it's good to take some information from it because I believe it has merit. That's why it's, one of the biggest podcasts. But there needs to be that understanding that not all women are like that. There is a time where eventually you have to be able to be in a position to compromise with women. If you do not compromise with them, then you're never going to trust them, and you'll end up alone, which is not ultimately where you want to be at. So, you're taking too many of these red pills, man. You're going to be alone with a dog.
Kind of woman. I'm a gold digger and I'm this and that, and I'm not.
Well, the reality is, would it be fair to say that most men, I mean, you said there's a whole incel culture, etc. Would it be fair to say that most guys are losers and don't really measure up?
I personally don't think that, but
keep it 1,000.
No, but I'm saying
keep it 1,000.
No, I personally don't. Like, genuinely, I don't.
Okay.
Okay, genuinely
being politically correct. I'll keep it real since you don't want to. Most guys, I'll be honest, are fat, losers, and don't have leadership qualities. And there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. And most women, quite frankly, are terrible. They're whores, fat, rude, crass, whatever it may be. And most of them don't qualify for a relationship, and most guys don't qualify to be the leader of said relationships. I think it goes on both parts. Okay, the men are weak, and the women, there's a bunch of issues there. So what we basically highlight on our podcast is you need to be the best version of yourself. And I think the thing is that guys are yearning for this because we've been lying.
Remember, he's speaking on a metric of what it takes in the United States. Not all women in the entire world are like this. We have your little pockets of women that are the way Myron's explaining it, but not all women are like that. And you'll see like a majority of the time, women that are what he's talking about looking for is maybe in Saudi Arabia, Iran, Kuwait. Those type of women are a little bit, they're rated differently. I would say even Ethiopia. So women with traditional values is what he's talking about. But a lot of times those women are very unhappy and they feel very oppressed because they want to live that Western life. So they'll do whatever it is you want, but they're not going to be happy. You know, it's going to follow your lead. I guess most men want that, but that's not. I don't think that's fair.
To men for the better part of 5 to 6 decades about what being masculine and strong actually is. We've been demonizing it when in reality, guys need to become stronger, because no woman wants a weak man, even though girls say dumb shit like, oh, well, you know, I want you to be emotionally intelligent and get in tune with your feelings or whatever. It's all a lie. Oh, see.
No, but I personally would like a man that's emotionally available and emotionally intelligent, but it's not me saying like, I want you crying all the time. So, do you know what I mean? It's true though. Like, so I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, you have to give some room for men, because like men's mental health is a serious issue.
We tell guys not to be vulnerable in front of your girl.
Yeah.
You know, you go ahead, you're going to be vulnerable, you're going to shed a tear, whatever. You do that around other men that understand.
That's a fact, man. You don't want to tell your girl your problem. You tell your girl your problems, and the red flags are going to be risen, and then she's going to feel so she has to be in her masculine and take care of whatever issues that you have. Allow your woman to help you and aid you in your quest, but don't be complaining about all of your problems, because she's not going to be able to fix it. In fact, she's going to be very turned off by it.
You know, the male experience. Women don't understand the male experience at all. And it goes to show, like when I said earlier, when you put the girl in a male perspective, I want you to pick up this girl. They always fall flat on their face, because women are in a privileged position where they don't have to necessarily understand what it takes to attract the man, because men come to them.
For me, as a partner, I would want to be able to give my man a safe space to be able to be vulnerable. And it's like, but not completely like, oh my God, cry all the time, but just so he knows, like, it's like things are okay. You know, like it's supposed to be a partnership.
No, it's not a partnership.
Why
That's
is it not?
another common lie in modern day dating. It's
No,
not a
but
partnership.
I want a
whatsoever.
partnership though.
Question for you. Do you want a man that's taller than you? Idealistically speaking?
Ideally, probably, because I like to wear heels. I like to be thin.
Fantastic. Do you want a guy that's stronger than you?
Yeah.
Do you want a guy that makes more money than you?
I'm not fussed about money.
Okay. Well, you want him to make at least your equivalent, if not preferably better. Remember, this is your ideal guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You want a guy that's more confident than yourself?
Yeah.
More experienced than yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. You basically described the superior. So you expect this guy to come in and have a partnership with you?
Whatever he might excel on, I'll also add value in other ways, because it's not always about being physically on par with that person just for certain requirements. Like you can't birth a baby, you know, and things like that.
But
so we complement each other in other ways, and so we're still equal in that sense.
men and women are not equal at all. At all. That's another fallacy that we have in modern day dating culture, which leads so many women astray. We're not the same. There's certain things that men can do that women can't do, and vice versa. And we're different, and we're designed to complement each other. And I don't believe in partnerships. I think men come in and lead, women follow. And I find it funny because women typically want a man. And here's the thing: what you just described is what every girl wants. But they think that they're going to go into a relationship with a guy that's better than them in every single metric, and it's going to be an equal partnership or 50-50. It doesn't work that way. There's always a leader. There's always a decider. And for it to work, the man's got to be in a leadership role, never the woman. Women can't lead anything.
Yeah, we can.
No.
It creates too much pressure on you as a man then. Because if you want to be this
Well,
like
they do.
macho man, do you not think that's going to
You gotta hold it
cause
all
more
on their
strain in the
shoulders.
relationship?
Pressure creates diamonds.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: women are just the cherry on top. Like you should have already built the cake by the time she comes into the picture. You know, you should have already conquered a boardroom or conquered some kind of physical labor, or played sports at some point in your life, endured some kind of stress. Like men need to go through pain. Men must become. Women are. Men must become. Being a loser is unacceptable. If you're broke, fat, or you don't got yourself together, that's your problem.
Yeah, but then men like you would complain about women because you'd say, oh, they only come for like the glory of it, like, and not the graft. So I'd rather be with someone that I'm building with.
I've never said that women build. I actually say the contrary. I say women don't build; they move in.
Yeah, but
I acknowledge that cold reality 100%. I tell guys they need to build the castle so that she can come in and, you know, put some things up here and there in your castle. But at the end of the day, you got to build the structure. Women aren't going to build it with you. Those days are done. Women want to
women do. Some women do though. Like a lot of women do.
Some?
No, a few. Like ones I know.
I would say a minority. A majority want a guy that comes pre-assembled.
What is he talking about?
So we got to go off of the majority, not the minority. If I'm advising men how to, you know, operate in the dating marketplace, I can't tell them, look out for this 10% that wants to build with you. No, the reality is most women want you to come pre-assembled. And to be honest, the most attractive and youngest women that have the most options, they definitely want you to come pre-assembled. Women want winners. They sit at the finish line and pick the winners.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Britain, Connecticut.
Okay.
2 hours north of New York City.
So what was your upbringing like?
Great. Parents were together the whole time. Stable. I had a sister, brother. Still, I mean, they're still alive now. I said had, but yeah, like they're gone. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I grew up, went to high school, played basketball in high school, played video games. Still have my childhood friends to this day. I would say I grew up like in a pretty good situation. We didn't grow up with money, right? We grew up fairly, poor, lower middle class. My parents struggled, especially in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think it's important for young men to grow up like struggling.
Yeah.
I think it builds character. You have to do it.
How will you raise a son with your mindset? I'm just curious to know.
I would raise my son to not be a victim. I'm at a point now where very successful financially, but my son would not see any of this money at all. I would make him get it out the mud because, like we discussed before, trust fund babies typically don't know what to do in life and how to, they don't understand and appreciate the value of a dollar. And I thank my dad for instilling that in me early. I mean, my first job was at McDonald's and I got fired. And I quickly learned that I didn't want to be in the service industry, but it made me appreciate people in the service industry. So what is this, by the way?
So this is like a tonic wine. When I drink, I'm like quite a mellow person, chill, put you in the mood.
You're not an angry drunk?
No, I'm not actually.
No? Okay, that's good.
I'd be the worst angry drunk.
Yeah, well, I could tell.
So do you not drink?
I don't. It's haram.
So have you never drunk?
I have. I definitely have. But I mean, it's not really conducive to my life goals at the moment, so I don't really drink like that.
It's just more self-awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as a guy, man, you can't afford to have things that clout your inhibition or your ability to go out there and create and become a better version of yourself. And I think like that's why I'm really big on like not drinking, doing drugs, any of that stuff. You got to be focused all the time.
Yeah.
So how do you find dating then, with the way that you are?
I mean, when you understand the code, it's plug and play. It's like, okay, deal with the girl, size her up, figure out what kind of chick she is, and then bam, you already know kind of how to move.
So like,
Yeah, basically what he's saying is, see, Myron doesn't want to play the long game. And I think that should have been the question. Like, is he really looking to marry and settle down anytime soon? Because when he says scope, figure out real quick, that's what players do when they want to just sit and smash. It's very easy to set up a date, take her on a date, play the role, i.e. put the mask on, and then you take her back to the crib for wine. It's a done deal. I mean, it's easy to get sex. What's after that? After the notches, you know what I'm saying? After you get the notches on your belt, it becomes mundane, and then you start to look for someone with substance. But he's in Miami, and I'm not saying that there's no good girls in Miami, but it's very superficial. In fact, I would say it's on par with Beverly Hills. So the fact that he says he's quickly sizing them up, that's all it is. He has the bag. He knows he has the bag. So him providing those type of resources to those type of women that he'll do it for a little while and then pump and dump. That's pretty much what he's doing. That's what he's saying.
The code
Depends on the girl.
Okay.
You got to be able to adapt based on the woman that you're sitting across the table from. Yeah, I have the female codes in my sleeves. I know pretty much what they all are.
Okay, so how are you adapting to me right now?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I
want the code now, and then I'll ask the code again by the end of it.
Yeah, I would say recreational use only. No offense.
So what's like how many codes is there?
Well, it depends on the girl. If you deal with a girl that's younger, that's in her prime years, well, you got to understand that she's more, inclined to look for fun. If you're dealing with a girl that is in her mid-20s, a lot of times she might be pursuing, it depends on the girl, but she might be pursuing some type of stability or some security, and you got to play at that angle. Or if you deal with a girl that's a little bit older, late 20s, 30s, and up, 9 out of 10 times she's going to want some type of security if she hasn't gotten there already.
Code, it's not even that deep. Like, either you like them or not. You don't need to put them in categories. So what kind of women do you want? Sorry.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could deal with whatever. My thing is, I need her to come into.
Okay, Myron's a pretty analytical dude, man. So it doesn't correlate to a woman when he's thinking with his type of logic. When he's saying he's putting them in different type of codes, what he's saying is there's a wifey material, there's friends with benefit material, there's a one night stands mutter out type phase. You know what I'm saying? Then it's, oh, okay, you're cool. I'm not going to go there with you, but you offer some type of utility for me where I can kind of network and branch off just off of, what kind of merit you are. Maybe you're a party promoter. Maybe you're a DJ. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of women that you probably know that she's in the scene. So that's why it's probably recreational use, because honestly, he doesn't want to get hurt by that type of woman. Those type of women, some of them show so many red flags. Some of them are super masculine, and that's why he doesn't really want to put it out there that, you know, this type of woman is wifey material. She's recreational use only. You know what I mean? She has a mind of her own, but he's going to say more like, I can't bend her to my will, so I'm going to say she's recreational use only.
To my life and be an asset and not a liability. Most girls are liabilities, to be honest.
Do you think? I think the right
100%.
woman though could like really just compliment you and make you like progress in your life.
Well, you got to train them.
No, you haven't. In order to train someone, you need them to listen. I'm telling you, no woman is listening to you.
Like most girls come into your life, like, and if you don't know what you're doing, she's gonna come in as a liability.
See, the way Myron says this stuff, it sounds like he's being misogynistic, but he's not. He's saying it as it is, and he's not sugarcoating it. Women like to hear things put in a nice way. He's not doing that. What he could have said was, look, I'm looking for a type of woman that can possibly help me with my endeavors, understanding that I'm going to take care of her for what she is, what she does for me. I'm going to, you know what I mean, I'm going to pour into her as much as she's going to pour into me. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's so cutthroat about how he's saying things, it turns women off. And I don't think he really says that IRL. I think maybe this is, you know, on camera he says this type of shit, but come on. Like, I know that maybe he's just a bit of a savage. They're saying he's the same way he is on and off camera, but dude, like, I don't know any type of woman's going to really be serious if you're talking this type of way. They're going to either get their feelings hurt and walk off, or they're going to really like just take what they can from you and then bounce. You know what I mean?
100%.
No, you don't train them though.
You have to train.
It's like training a dog. You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It can't,
No, but it's true though. It's not training. It's not something like, once again, it's just seeing this person as your equal. Okay, but showing the person respect. It's not training.
So I look at it like, if I'm going to have a girlfriend and she's going to be my girl and she's going to have my title, well, she's got to be trained to rise up to a certain level, because I'm going to make her into an asset. Buy me a bag, do this, blah, blah, blah. Take me on trips, whatever, when they haven't earned it. So you got to detrain those bad behaviors out of that girl and make her an asset into your life versus a liability. Most guys don't understand their value. They bring her into their life. They give her everything. She hasn't earned it. She doesn't respect him. She's walking all over him. She starts to dictate the relationship. You're not getting sex tonight, blah, blah, blah.
He's so rude. Obviously, this is your experience, so I can't argue that. But there's,
I mean, this is biology. Women are hardwired to extract resources from men. It's been that way since the beginning of time. Biology rules everything, guys. They could sit there and say, oh, but I'm doing this and my truth, blah, blah, blah. Biology rules you. There's one truth. There's no such thing as my truth. Female, typical, blah, 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 trash.
No, but I kind of feel like from my experience, if I'm going into someone's life, I would want to add value. So I wouldn't really take things. And I kind of feel when you...
What did you just say 2 seconds ago? You said, in my experience.
Yeah,
I come in and I add value.
Yeah.
That's you. Majority of women come in, meet the guy. Okay, what can I get from this guy? Okay, this guy's a simp. I'll just take him out on dinner dates he could pay. I'm never going to smash him. Another guy, this guy's hot. You know, I can smash him. I can hang out with him. This guy, he has some utility. He's a plumber. Okay, he can do my plumbing, but I'll give him a BJ once. Girls put guys in roles. It's your job as the man to make sure you're the top guy and you got the main role where you're not investing too much and she's investing more in you. Girls only respect men that they invest in. The girl always has to like the guy more than she likes him.
No, I think it works better the other way around.
When the guy likes the girl more?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Because women want a man that's better than them. So how do I look if I'm better than you and I'm sitting here chasing after you? It doesn't make sense. Women only respect men that they chase. It doesn't work the other way around.
Once again, with this like new wave of women, we don't want to keep fighting for a man that's, if he's going to treat you like an option.
See, here's the thing. We can say that women are changing, whatever, but we're all slaves to our biology. Women are 100% okay with sharing men. It's been that way since the beginning of time. I would say it's even more apparent now with Instagram, dating apps, etc. A minority of men are getting a majority of the women. And women are okay with that. I mean, walk into a nightclub. It's probably one of the most carnal representations of human nature. All the women are sitting in one section with a bunch of the guys that have the highest perceived status in that social setting, versus all the other guys are out there in general admission struggling. So, women always gravitate towards the best guys, and they're willing to share those guys.
That's a fact, though. He's not lying. You play the club scene, you go in, you feel like you're a winner. The one that you see that's a super baddie, she's in a section partying with some scammer all the time. You wait for her to come, leave her section, try to talk to you. She doesn't realize you even exist. She won't even look at you. You know what I'm saying? You got to hang out with the lit guys. That's why it's important for you to build a wolf pack. A wolf pack of successful people that are doing things that's going to motivate you to stay on top of your grind so that you can be one of those lit guys in the section.
So what's your type?
My type.
Mhm.
Fit, feminine, friendly,
Yeah.
submissive, and coachable.
Yeah,
And coachable to be
what-
trained. You got to train women, man. I know that sounds terrible.
He's still talking. No.
I drink with you.
Women don't like it when they get criticized. If I go on a podcast and I say, you know what, guys, you need to stop being bums. You need to get your money on point, stop being fat POSs, etc. They actually admire and respect that.
Yeah.
People are in the chat, flame emojis, whatever. I go on rants on the guys all the time. I'm swaying, going crazy. It's like I'm delivering a preach. I think she's trying to grow me, but what she doesn't know is I'm a black belt in this. I've dealt with 10 girls like her at the same time on my podcast, so she's gonna take an L. Women rarely get held accountable for their poor decisions. Men do, though. Men have to live in reality. Women are afforded the privilege of being delusional.
I don't know. I mean, I think Myron's really, taking the lead on this. I haven't really seen Cheyenne, really grill Myron. Myron's taking lead, and you see what he was saying, and she's listening. She's not cutting him off. She's letting him talk. I guess that kind of proves his point.
So when a guy criticizes a woman, oh my God, right? If you don't believe me, think about it. If a dude's fat, we just call him fat. You're a loser, huh? If a woman's fat, love your curves, girl. You go. She's rude and obnoxious. Oh, you know what? They just can't handle you. You're strong and independent, fierce. We have all these terms to cover up female inadequacies, but we don't have these same terms for men.
I think a lot of it comes from like narcissistic behavior from men and misogynistic
Women are far more
views.
narcissistic than men are.
No, women can be. So I'm not disputing that.
Far more narcissistic.
But I kind of feel like with men that attain a certain level of status and power, it gives you the opportunity to try and to dominate.
Big difference, though.
No, but this is
Men
like,
earn narcissism.
men do not earn a right to be narcissistic. Like, just shut up.
Men earn confidence and arrogance. Women don't. Women are born with their value. Men must earn their value. So if a man's arrogant, more than likely he's probably accomplished something. When a woman's arrogant, 9 out of 10 times, she hasn't accomplished anything. She just has a bunch of DMs. See, this is the problem that a lot of modern day women have. They lack critical thinking skills. Women tend to go off of their feelings versus what's real. They go off the feels and not the reals. What a girl is supposed to do is come into a man's life, see where he's deficient. Okay, I noticed that you like to go to the gym at this time. I'm going to make sure that you have a protein shake with as many grams of protein as you need.
Just get a PA.
I'm going to make sure that's done, and I'm a deductive problem solver. I'm able to be observant, because that's women's gift, is being observant of social situations.
Well, that's the thing. What Cheyenne said in the beginning of the date, I guess you want to call this a date. Well, in the beginning, she said that she would see the things that he's lacking and add value to that. So he's only given a scenario where a woman could possibly add some utility to the relationship. And she got kind of triggered with that. But that is a good example. I don't have anything to say about that.
That's why women are socially superior to men. Oh, I thought you were going to say that's sexist. Okay.
No,
It's never sexist when a guy mentions something about a woman that's positive. So a woman's job is to use that social calibration that they have, that they're superior to men in, and be able to be like, okay, this guy's deficient in this and deficient in this, etc. Let me come in, compliment, make this guy operate. He's already operating at 95%. I'm going to get him to 102. And when you're at a high level already, that extra 2, 3, 4, 5% is what helps you beat the competition.
This guy's dangerous. Women will do that. A lot of women will give you that life. They will give you that balance. They will compliment you, but they're not going to just do it.
W. Myron, he's dangerous because he got it to a science. He understands it. And with this much wisdom in the dating space, and like he got the dynamics of man and woman in dating so much that it's going to be very hard for him to actually settle down and be married, because he's going to never trust them. That's the downside to having that much knowledge. Or, this is the type when you talk to your friend, right? When you're trying to put red pill knowledge inside, insert red pill qualities into him, and he doesn't want to listen. The fact is that They don't want to listen, but they know it deep down. And the reason being is when you know too much, you have too much knowledge, that you're numb. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like not believing in Santa Claus anymore, right? You figure out that you don't believe in Santa Claus. It's not as fun anymore. Christmas isn't as fun anymore. You got to pay for everything. You're buying gifts. You know what I'm saying? No, I wish that Santa Claus would do it. That would save us a lot of money during Christmas time. But it's that red pill knowledge, knowing that yeah, the reality is, no, there's no Santa Claus, and the world's a very cold place, and people will accept gifts from you and not give you some gifts back, not to the same like type of passion and planning that you put into it. They're not going to do that. So it's a sad thing, but it's the truth. So you can't really argue it.
Until you're serious, you know, because men like to play the field for a very long time.
When you're with a guy of value, you got to understand that he has the leverage, not you. You're applying to be his girlfriend. My way or the highway, baby. Because at the end of the day, when you can replace a girl, that's when she respects you. It's on the woman to prove to me that she's worthy of a relationship. That's where a lot of girls make a mistake. They'll sit there and say, I'm good, I'm loyal, blah, 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 blah. I want to, see how you do before you get promoted. I'm not going to give a girl the position of secretary or underboss, right? Or second in charge of my company unless she's been vetted. She's got to work her way up. The problem is that we give women CEO jobs when they haven't proven themselves and they don't respect the job.
Who's listening to this man?
So here's the thing. You're looking at equality from a human perspective. I'm not saying that men are better than women from a human perspective. I'm saying that men are leaders. So therefore, we cannot be equal. When you're on the battlefield, right, and the lieutenant or whoever the commanding officer is on the battlefield, you're not equal to him as, a regular soldier. He is the leader. You're not equal, but there's a reason. There's a hierarchy to dictate order. If the woman is equal to the guy, well, who's going to make the final decision? Nothing gets done by a committee. There always has to be one leader in charge. There's a reason why there's a president, there's a CEO, etc. Both people can't be alphas, as they say. The problem is this: women are confused about what men actually want. They think a CEO, a boss, a business owner, and
man, is this an episode of F and F? I don't know. Is this grilling or F and F, man? He's saying the same key points that he points out in all of his podcasts, and it's very hard to refute. So I guess that's why he's saying it. But I thought this would be a little bit more, date friendly.
Ambitious, competitive woman. We don't give a shit about none of that stuff. Men don't care about that. And I would argue the more money a man makes, the less he cares about his woman's ability to earn money. Men and women are not the same. Women basically become the very men that they want to attract.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? So men, like I find that men will say that they like women that have ambition to start. It's what makes.
It's a lie to get laid.
No, I wouldn't say it's even a lie.
It's a lie to get laid.
It's not, because for me, like whenever like I've dated and stuff like that, a lot of men say they like the fact that I am ambitious, that I have a career.
They want to get laid.
No, but I'm saying in general, a lot of men get irritated. Like now.
Okay, so that's another thing is if a man's really saying that they like their ambition, they want them to be a boss chick or whatever. Usually those guys are just normal 9-to-5 blue collar workers that need the support of a woman. On his level, him being a multimillionaire, he's saying that that's cap because he knows that, they can't really offer him the utility that he's really looking for. So in turn, he's going to use that as game, pump and dump.
Nowadays, like, so you're dating all these women and you're going to say all these women do this, is they do nothing and they expect. But that's the qualities that a traditional woman would bring. She'd want a man to do things for her. So.
But here's the thing. She complements that man's life.
So do you want a relationship?
Monogamous?
So how many girlfriends do you want?
I mean, as many as I can. I mean, I probably have 4 wives. I think I can do 4.
This man wants 4 wives. He's going back 500 years.
4 wives is the way to go, because if one acts stupid, you can go ahead and get another one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. No guy wants to be monogamous. Man, most guys that are monogamous out of force. If I lined up 100 dudes and I said, listen, man, you keep your girlfriend, right, while you simultaneously smash these girls and she's not going to care, he's going to take it every time. Most guys have to kind of concede to what their girl wants. This stupid quote, happy wife, happy life. I think that's the dumbest quote ever.
I mean, it's a good quote.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because a woman's job is to please the man, not the other way around. A woman's job is to
please each other.
Women are pleased by being with the best man in the area. That women are pleased by you being the best version of yourself. As a man gains more status, success, income, etc., the
We'll talk
woman
about it.
wins.
They're gonna talk
She's-
about it.
all his success, she benefits from that. It's not the same when a woman makes.
That's a fact. I have to agree. If you're a guy, status, you're accomplishing things. You're a supervisor. You're master degree holder. You have a doctorate degree. You do things in the community. What are all those things? What are the commonalities? Those are all great bragging points. And what do women like to do? They like to brag. They like to gossip. Women are hive-minded in a sense, as in like if you're doing something great and you're accomplishing things, they want to put you on that pedestal. They want to brag to the next woman that doesn't have a man. It's very hard for a woman to find a competent man to marry, let alone a man of merits and have accomplishments they can brag about to the family. These things are very important. So I agree with him.
More money, earns more status, etc., and she starts to outgrow her man, she's going to look for a better man. Men and women are not the same.
So, but some women, we are emotional beings. Like we will stay with
Which
the
is a
man.
problem. They're erratic.
But we will stay with the man. Like if a man loves us and is loyal, we will stay.
Really? Is that why women initiate an overwhelming amount of the breakups? Because they're emotional and they're loyal? No. Women are the most disloyal creatures that we have.
Yeah, but I feel like you're
which is okay.
So do you like the whole sugar baby kind of lifestyle? Man look after the woman. That's you.
No, not at all.
But that sounds like it. Like you
Not
want to
at all.
be this provider. So that
Mhm.
sounds like it.
Well, here's the thing.
But then you moan about women for doing that. So, you know, if you
I don't
show
know.
that you
I
provide
accept that women are hypergamous creatures that want to get their needs met through men. I accept this reality, and I've accepted it a long time ago. I'm a firm believer that men need to be men. Men need to lead. Women follow. Men pay for dates. Men should provide. Men should be breadwinners. I think women working should be elective. I don't think it should be mandatory.
this guy is definitely a sugar daddy.
I tell guys all the time, go on sugar sites and use them to date, because there's a lot of girls on there that aren't necessarily, how do I say this, sugar babies that are just looking to be taken care of and paid an allowance. There's a good amount of girls on there that make their own money or just want to deal with a guy that has his stuff together. Let's be honest. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, these traditional dating apps, they fail 90+% of men, and the stats show that. How you meet a woman matters a lot more than meeting the woman. What I mean by that is that women place a lot of importance in the context under which they meet you. It's my job as a man to not get finessed.
Did you ever get finessed? Because I kind of feel like you run this
Every girl
flag so hard. Like
every guy's
the
taking
background story?
L's. I wouldn't be in a position to be able to give this information if I didn't take plenty of L's.
Listen, he's definitely been finessed before, and now he's like come back with a vengeance. Okay, it'll be interesting to see what like your experience.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. And here's a story, man. This is going to probably be a 2-part episode because I don't want to keep the video running too long. But here's a story, and this is something I can agree with Myron on. When I was 17 years old, I was dating a girl that was in a different high school that I was in, and I was head over heels about this girl. And the reason I found out that she was cheating, it's funny. Actually, I called the house. This is when we had like telephones, not cell phones. We had called the house number. Her mom answered the phone and said that her car's broken down, but she invited a friend from college over. We were high school, we graduated, and she's now in college. I'm deciding to get out and grind, and I'm working at the airport for airport security at BWI. So I'm working there, and my free time, I'm like, hey, cool, let's link up. She's like, no, I can't link up. Blah 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 blah. Come to find out, her mom put me down on game. Like, I didn't realize it at the time because, again, I was young. I was just 17 going on 18 years old, still wet behind the ears. So then I go over there and then I see this guy, you know what I'm saying, light skinned, freaking bald, chiseled guy. He's Iranian, you know what I'm saying? And I see like, oh, he's helping her with the car. I dap it up with him and I just looking at her and she's kind of like brushing it off, like, oh, yeah, he's just here to, fix my car, just that and the other. Mind you, we were together for 3 years. And when I didn't think she was going to be a cheater. You feel me? I didn't feel like she's cheating on me. I didn't feel that way. But come to find out, she was running game. And then, like, I was crying and begging her to come back. It was like the lowest point in my life where I felt like man, how could this be? You know, I gave you everything that you wanted. I was there for you. I was providing. I was paying for dates. I just wasn't that guy. You know what I'm saying? I was out working at the airport and I didn't have that time to actually spend with her to really, um, uh, I guess, satisfy her as far as emotional. So she found another emotional person that she felt was in the higher status because he was in college and I was just working a job. And that kind of, led me to believe that women definitely are uh, opportunists. When you're lacking in the area, they're going to find what fixes that void for them, even if they don't even want to hurt you about it. But when women decide that they want to do some cutthroat shit to you, they don't care how you feel about it. Because I'm going to tell you, at that point in time, I had just got into a very bad car accident, and I was with one of my homeboys, and uh, my car was totaled, so I didn't have any way. And then she had to pick me up, and she had to take me to work. And we were working together. Just like a simple McDonald's job. We were teenagers, right? And at that time, before I got the position at the airport, we kind of took a break. But we were kind of dating still, but she was taking a break because she was in college, and I had just got the job, so I don't have to work fast food anymore. And I was trying to save money so I can get another vehicle. But the fact is, what I'm getting to is I wasn't with her the whole time, right? And even though I was talking to her on the phone, I was sending "I love you," like what I'm saying, messages and everything like that, and using up my anytime minute on the Nextel. That's how old I am. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole time she was playing a game. She had another guy there, still that boy. Then later on, she told me that she slept with the guy and that she regretted it, and took me back because she, I guess, had you know uh, she had guilt, remorse, and then took me back. But when things like that already happen, man, it's already dead. In the relationship, you know what I mean? Forgiving somebody, I think you should forgive somebody, but I don't think it should be on the same level. I think you should just move on with your life. You shouldn't stick with it because the relationship will never be the same because you'll never trust that person again. So with that being said, yes, I think that you need to be the very best uh, individual for yourself. You be the best man that you can possibly be. And for a woman, you need to seek out the best guy. That's just the fact it is. Like if you out here and you're dating a guy and it's not meeting up, leave him and just don't cheat on them. Just tell them the truth. Tell them, hey, look, this was fun, but you need to get X, Y, and Z together. Until you do that, you're not going to find somebody to really settle down with. You can't get with me anymore. Maybe down the line when we both mature, X, Y, Z. Let them go like that. Don't play a guy and cheat on him because men really, really, really love women, yo. They really love it. And it's very bad when it comes to um, that's how bad a man can go. That's why you see like men, self-deleting themselves or hurting their family. Everything is on a man's shoulder. And it's very hard to really focus in and hone in and really be that guy when the world's beating on your back. And I've been to the lowest of the depths, man, and hit rock bottom several times. And what I can say for a fact is if you're not performing, you don't need a woman. You need to focus on you. And some guys have a dependency issue when they feel like they need somebody. And that's why in this video, Myron says that you need to hang with guys. You need a wolf pack. And I believe that the late great Kevin Samuels said something like this in the past. He said that you need a wolf pack. People motivate you. That's going to hold you accountable. But you can't tell this to a woman. You tell this to a woman, they're like, "What are you talking to me for? I want somebody that's already on top. We can be friends. They're going to friend zone you. That's what's going to happen. You tell a woman your problem, she's going to pick you up, put you in a jar, and now you're the friend. You will always be just that guy, the friend zone, the annoying friend to the boyfriend that is the alpha. He's going to look and like, who is this peon? Why are you still talking and associating with him? Well, because he's a sweet guy. Don't be the guy. Don't be that sweet guy, man. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. I think it was very good. Although I would really have liked to see them actually converse a bit more on a dating topic, but it just felt like another episode of F and F. Shout out to FNF again, man, and shout out to Grillin. If you're not subscribed to Grillin, please subscribe to Grillin. Cheyenne's doing her thing. If you like this, please comment and subscribe, man. That's it.